I love you. Those back, yeah. See, the cows are grazing the grass on top of my topper. Greasing, done. Hate putting a 3-point linkage on the balls. I had this problem last year. I got the other one on, but then that one was too high, so you're never going to lower it when that's on. You jump in the tractor and I'll put it on.
You can see where modern tractors now have
the hooks.
Yeah,
just have the hooks. Yeah. Hard work.
So you just lift up.
Okay, I think go forward a bit. Right, that's in.
Put that yarn to the floor.
Good morning everyone. If you have not already, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, ring a little bell, ding-a-ling-a-ling. Videos every Tuesday, Friday, and sometimes we smash the Sunday. Forgot what I was doing. In today's video you can see we have the topper on, the Fleming topper. I'm not in the case because the case sadly is going, so I'm in the Hurley Man. The Hurley Man needs a massive clean because all Dad does is drive it and never ever cleans it, but that's a different story. You can see what we first did. I always grease this before I do it every time, every season, because it lives outside. We are looking at something maybe, so it doesn't live outside because it's looking a little bit aged and it's not even that old. But yeah, that's what we do with the topper. Greased it up, we got it on, make sure everything's all right, make sure it's right at the tractor. What we're doing today is I'm just topping over the field over there where the young stock are, the youngest cattle that are out. There's a few thistles in there, so I want to knock them back. I'm just going to top the whole field as well, but I want to lower the skids a bit so we're not going as short because there's loads of grass on there. Literally just want to top the top of it. So I'm actually going to make the bed higher so we're not going to dig into the grass as much. But first I need to just do around the outsides for the guy who has bought the farm over the road. He just wants that tidying up, so we just said we'll do that. But I'm going to get my spanners to move it. Oh, Dad's going that way. I'm going to get my spanners to move this so when I'm in the field and I've done that a little bit, I can do it in the field. So that is the plan today. And when we get in the field I'll show you what goodness we are actually doing.
Two ratchet spanners.
Nope, that one. Bigger.
Not long in the cab, yeah.
There we go. We are actually a go. We have messed around a little bit. Just had to play with the PTO shaft cover as well because it wasn't doing its job it was meant to be doing. The drone is up. Let's get the first little bit done and see how we get on. But you'll be very surprised, every time I start topping, every year, it rains. And I hate 3-point linkage, which isn't on the hooks. It's a nightmare, it's horrible, and I don't like it.
It's a small town jukebox, rock and roll. Yeah, like Coltrane playing when it hits your soul. Get the whole thing shaking when we hit the floor. Yeah, we're just getting started. Let's see where it goes. Harder than the summer. Harder than the summer. Feeling the heat. We won't let you down. It's that hush, hush, here it comes, talk of the town.
We finished that little area and it was getting to 1 o'clock, so I decided to go in the house and have a little bit of lunch. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to actually drop these skids so the topper is a little bit higher, so we're not topping as much grass, because I do think there's a lot of grass in there. I think there's a lot of grass in there, but there's a lot of tops. So all I want to do is take the tops off. I think this goes a bit too low. So my idea is to get less grass and just whack the tops off that I wanted to. That's my plan anyway. See how well it works. See the difference. When I get in there, I'll show you what I mean.
Harder than the summer and I'm feeling the heat. Harder than the summer and you know what I mean. Harder than the summer and I'm feeling the heat.
First side's done, and as you can see, that's how much we've dropped it, to about 2 inches. Now the other side. Boom. So as easy as that, drop by 2 inches. What I'm going to do is, unless it goes absolutely disastrously wrong, Des was just passing saying hello, he's saying doing what you do with a Land Rover, always working on it. Ha ha. Everyone who likes Defenders, like old Defenders, new ones, I bet a lot better. Sorry, Ben Andrews, who absolutely loves Defenders. Me and him have a little bit of bants going backwards and forwards. Yeah, dropped it down. Gonna try it like that, so it just takes off the top and doesn't take as much grass. I'm hoping, because especially in that field, I don't feel like they bottomed it at all. But there's a few thistles that just want knocking and just want tidying up. Right, other field, crack on a little bit and see how we're getting on. Tell you what. It does get hot in here. Missed my case already, it's not even gone yet. I love you. The real skill is going to be getting in here without letting any heifers out. Not going to put the drone up just yet. It would be nice to do the drone little shots, but I'm going to try and get in here without letting these little buggers out. Actually, I'm going to go double gateway. Today we're trying to get through about 35 young stock. I'm going to that other gateway. So when I first was making YouTube videos, we started topping, and I finished topping. Well, first off, I hit the tenner. Finished topping in a field across the paddock, which we normally top first, but with the grazing system we're doing at the moment, and we're doing this field first, I think we're managing grass a little bit better. I personally feel like we could manage it better again. Dad doesn't like shutting them off fields, he likes them always having a field. It's a bit of a back and forth we have. I've only learned how to graze a little bit better from YouTube. Your guys' comments, they do help. I do little things. There's something else I need to talk about that. The other thing as well is Ireland. When I went to Ireland in October, and their grazing systems are incredible, and people chat to me like, oh, what's the best trip you've done? To be fair, all of them have been great. The Mercedes one was unbelievable for fun, that was so fun. But Ireland was just so, I learned so much from being there, just chatting to everyone there. I just learned loads. Everyone was like, this is how we do it, this is how we do this. And it was really, really interesting. So I'm going to get through this gateway and everyone up. It's still wet at this corner. That means not good when a corner of the field is still holding water. This is a perfect example of what I wanted to do with the topper. So here is where we haven't done. So you can see you've got all this. So that is what you call grass going to head. So when we're mowing, we don't want this, and cows won't graze this. They'll graze it if they're really hungry, but you don't want to get to that point. You'd rather get underneath and get to the good stuff. So you'll see the good stuff here. See that? A bit more leaf, less head. You've knocked all them off. Regrowth can be encouraged from the bottom. I am worried I'm going a little bit too tall here, but I want to try this field as an experiment for myself and see if it actually does some good. The only thing I do notice when I am topping, I'm just getting a little bit, you might be able to see it here, down there. I need to make sure I'm a little bit that way. I'm just missing a little bit because the topper is not as wide as you'd think or as I would like. I need to make sure I'm not being as greedy. You can kind of see a little bit of a line there of where I'm missing. The other thing is, it could be where the topper is actually going over the grass before I've done it, and what happens is that the grass gets flattened, and then obviously I don't go around like 5 minutes later and then I miss that bit. So that's what that could be. See, the cows are grazing the grass on top of my topper because that's what they do. Hey, look. Looking well though, I'm happy with them all. Droning and driving is not as easy as I remember. Shh, shh. Quiet. That worked. The other thing that we're trying to hit as well, sorry, it's a little bit louder in here because it is the Hurley man. Might be quiet. The other thing we're trying to hit as well is the thistles. Those. Bang! Yeah! Smack it. It will stop them from growing and have a less thistly field, is the plan anyway. If not, we will have to spray them, which we don't want to do. We'd rather not spray. We're just going to smack them with this topper. I do like the topper. It's a very good topper, in my opinion. We've had it for like 5 years now. Just needs to live under cover, not outside. Right, I'm going to do a little bit more. I need to be at milking in 10 minutes. So I'm going to do one more time round, and then I'll go back to the farm, and me and Heidi will milk this afternoon. I'll carry on this tomorrow. Plan. Morning. We are the day after, the day before. Got cows in. We had a cow calf this morning, which is pretty cool. Fed calves this morning. Goats are doing pretty well. Heidi feeds the goats breakfast because that's her little thing. She has breakfast with the goats. The electric fence has been moved as well. Cows are happily grazing over there. And what we're going to do is try and top that little bit of a field off before breakfast to try and have a good leap start to the day, because I just seem to always get behind. After breakfast you can never get on just as well. So if I get that little bit done, I'll be happy. Oh, filming just isn't as easy to vlog as the old case. Beggars come natty choosers. It's gonna be a warm day. The shorts are out as well. I will take the welly bobs off in a bit, but just in case, I've got to give Heidi a little bit of a hand coming back. Woo! Woo! Aircon, open the door. Start cracking on in that field. Hopefully I'll get it done before breakfast. That is the goal. That is the aim in life. I'll be happy set for the day. couple of bits left. This is a good example of what I was talking about. So you can see exactly what's going on here. So cows aren't eating this bit because it is full of that, full of stalk, full of, they're being picky, they won't eat it. I know you can force them to eat it, but we don't. Underneath you're going down to that, so you've got like 3 inches of grass there, more leaf, so they're more likely, I'm here, more likely to chew it, more likely to eat it, so more likely to graze it, which is fantastic. Nice grass there. They are not eating here, so the topper's doing that. And what I've noticed from the topper being a bit taller, being a bit up, not really a lot of muck on the blades, so cows are more likely to get on to graze it. You get down lower, you're more chance to top cow pats, so there's going to be muck on the blades, and then the blades are going to get into the grass, there's less likely to eat it, so more chance of them getting onto it and chewing it. I've missed a bit here. Stop being so greedy, Tom, stop being in a rush. But I thought that was quite a good example of stuff they won't eat and hopefully what they will eat. Last little area here, then job is done, and then Tom can fill his belly full of breakfast. Earphones, don't want them to break. .9, field's finished, topping done, lemon topper, absolutely smashed it. Like I say, I do like it. Another thing I've noticed from it being a bit higher up, the topper, is we haven't got as much grass bundled up here. When we were topping last year, and there was a lot of grass in here in parts, where that area there where I just did like 2 minutes ago, normally it would build up on here and you'd be dragging it off, you had to lift it up, and then I'd top that bit again. So maybe this is the way forward. We don't know until we find out in what, 3 or 4 weeks probably. But look at that, that's perfect. Look at that now. They can't complain with that. It's fresh, it's clean, there's not as much muck everywhere. I think I might have knacked it. Knacked it, is that a word? I think I might have cracked it. Hopefully anyway. I'll find out in about 2 or 3 weeks. That's the main thing, because it might look good now. We're going to see if the young stock will graze. They are all around there because obviously Dad fed them half an hour ago. The other thing as well is, when I was just thinking about this before, you know when I did the video of that rolling aerator in that field, I stopped in that field, I think I was doing some damage. I still think I did some damage in that field, but the holes that that thing made, you could still see them now perfectly. I know it hasn't rained a lot, so ground doesn't become soft. It will be interesting to see what's happened autumn, spring next year, see if we can see those holes. But hell, that made a mark. Compared to ours, it made a lot more of a mark in there, in my personal opinion. You know, when I say, oh, we'll see what happens in a couple of weeks, it's proof in the pudding. Saw that, it has absolutely smacked it. Someone sent me a picture on Instagram of how it actually works. It's when it dips in, it's not the actual groove that does it, it's the cracks that the groove does below it. So hopefully that will encourage drainage, which we haven't needed the past 2 or 3 weeks, or past spring, but in future hopefully that does, and it just cracks the ground. But it's quite interesting. I just thought I would just mention that point of the aerator, because I wasn't that pleased with it, really. I did it in parts, but obviously when it picked up sods and stuff, I think it does have its place. We will find out how well that's done, so we'll find out how well this is done. But I think I've cracked this one as well. I think lifting this has done a good job. If our neighbour needs that doing, I'll just lower them down. We're going to chop that bit there, because obviously he doesn't want cows on there, which is fine by us. We're going to chop that or make big bales out of that like 1.5 acre patch. That's the plan anyway. We do need a new PTO cover for this Fleming topper. All we need is just the buckle where it clips in, because that buckle's gone. But what we do when we run this, no one is ever out of the cab. We only run it when we're in the cab, if that makes sense. So when we come out, always turn it off. I do need a new cover with it, because we all know danger does not take a day off. Hope you enjoyed today's video. Please give it a thumbs up. Look how nice this field looks. I would chuck my drone up, but it's died of battery, didn't charge the other one last night. Well done, Tom, pat on the back. No pat on the back for that. Guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Get your TP merch at pembertonsfarmshop.co.uk/TP merch. We will be restocking very, very soon. I've put my order in. I want to make sure everything's right, and then we'll restock again, and we will go again. I'm going to stop blabbering. Thank you very much. Back in the Hurleyman, sweating. No radio, aircon on, opening the window, loving life. See you in a bit, bye.